So I've wanted to make this video for a long time as a way to thanking Natasha for creating this incredible tool of heart healing. And this is the perfect moment for me to do it because I just finished a session that was absolutely gorgeous. It was actually a multi-generational healing. And you know how it is at the end of a session when you look at a client and you know the transformation happened in this session. You can see it on their face. And I said to her, you're going to be delighted with the way that you look when you get up from this session. And she texted me later, because I left her just in this state of repose. She texted me later, you're right, I look different because I am different. And that is the kind of outcome that a heart healing delivers consistently. So let me take a step back for a moment. My name is Jeanne Steen, and I'm a healer and a teacher and a coach. And I've been in Natasha's world and the heart healing world since 2021. And it was absolutely the best training decision I have made. So to give you a little sense of what that means, prior to actually becoming a professional healer, I spent 18 years in New York City. I was a high-level corporate executive. I worked in fashion magazine publishing. I came to become a professional healer through my own healing journey. I am at heart skeptical. I know there's a lot of BS floating around in this world. I don't throw around the word transformation or transformational easily. And I don't jump at every shiny object. I take my time before I decide what training I'm going to invest in. And I'm really glad I invested in heart healing. And I encourage you to do the same. It's not only where you're going to put your money, it's where you're putting your time and your attention and your heart. But it is rewarding on every single level. So let me talk with you about what I think the differences are. First off, the technique itself is rock solid. And the training starts with you, getting you prepared to show up as the best version of you. And then there's training that literally guides you through client contact from the minute there's an inquiry, all the way through the session itself, and then through the subsequent follow-up sessions until you release them. And it's thorough, and it's in-depth, and it works. It is the most elegantly designed guided path, and it really sets you up for success. For me, before I stepped into heart healing, I had done a lot of other trainings. Maybe you're the same. I love Reiki. I practice it. I teach it. Same with EFT tapping. Same with Qigong and Tai Chi. And I've also been an RTT therapist. But my business felt, prior to heart healing, it felt scattered. I felt like I did a little of this, a little of that, some of the other thing. I'd get some really good results, but I didn't have the consistency that I really wanted. Heart healing has become the centerpiece of what I do, what I offer my clients. It's the anchor. And after the heart healing session, which has really done a powerful transformation for them, then I use my other tools to support them over their healing journey as their whole being integrates the impact of the heart healing. So I still get to use all of my tools, which I love, and I use them in a way that's really effective to support that initial shift that happened through the heart healing. And what I've noticed in myself since heart healing is that my business has become more streamlined and more structured. I am a much more relaxed and confident healer because I know when clients reach out to me and I talk with them about what's possible for them, I can deliver it because a heart healing delivers. It's amazing. I'm going to look at my notes because I want to just tell you some outcomes. Oh yeah, I wanted to give you some feedback from clients that are literally in my client pool right now. This is recent information. This isn't stuff from, 2 years ago. She said to me yesterday, I'm speechless. And then of course, continued to talk with me about what's going well. And for her, it was all about boundary setting. I often work with fellow healers, and this was a classic case of overgiving and really weak boundaries. And what she said that was just so beautiful was that she now felt that her heart was open, that she had locked down her heart because her outer boundaries were so weak. And now that she felt capable of setting those outer boundaries, she could have an open heart. It was such a beautiful description of what heart healing can give you. And it's that freedom to be open because you're standing in your power. And she was living that. She then proceeded to tell me about conversations with her parents where she really set good, clear boundaries. And then how she was setting boundaries with her clients, helping them take personal responsibility for their portion of their healing. And that left her with energy and time for herself. And then, so that was a beautiful story. And then I had another client who said the cutest thing to me. She said, "I'm being so freaking healthy." And we both burst out laughing because that had nothing to do with the goal of her session, which was about dealing with her toxic family members. But she now actually feels so connected to herself. She's so in tune with herself. She said, "Jeanne, I just cut out dairy because I don't need it." And she said, and then a couple days later, I thought, do I really need coffee? I really kind of don't. And she goes, so I made that decision. And she goes, and I'm going to the gym. That was the craziest thing on the planet. And she said, and it all feels natural. And, it had been a sidebar in our conversation that her self-care wasn't up to par. And that, she was often hard on herself because of that. But it wasn't the focal point of the session, but it is an outcome of the session. Because a heart healing is holistic for people. When they start to believe in themselves and trust themselves and love themselves and accept themselves and believe in their self-worth, they take better care of themselves. And that's a really beautiful thing to deliver for people. What else? Oh, yeah, direct quote. Another client said, the most remarkable difference has happened inside of me. I believe in myself. And she's in the middle of negotiating a new place to host her practice. And the first place she looked at it didn't quite come together. She goes, now I'm going through contract negotiations on this one, and I'm just really relaxed about it. I know that it's going to work out. I know this is the right step for me. And she said, I don't think I've ever felt this confident. And that's a huge and consistent outcome with heart healing, is confidence. Another one of my favorite client outcomes still just makes me laugh because she laughed. I was following up with her about a family event that she had to attend that had her really nervous. Her family has a terrible history of emotional and physical and even sexual abuse. And, this gathering was really unnerving for her. And so I was like, how did it go? She just burst out laughing, which was not the result I thought I would get from her. And she said, I was standing there. And then she said this relative was coming up to her, this toxic relative. And she said, I just took a deep breath and I thought, no, I don't need to engage. And she just turned on her heel and walked away. And one of her sisters came up to her and said, oh my God, what are you doing? You're behaving so completely differently here. You look actually relaxed. And she said, I was relaxed. She goes, I have nothing to prove to any of those people any longer. I can come and go on my own terms. And that is amazing. And that's what heart healing gives people consistently. And what else do I want to say? Oh, I talked a little bit about the training and the tool itself, which is just elegant and beautiful. But the other thing about it that's really nice is that, Natasha isn't creating a world of mini-me's. Everybody brings their own personality to a session, and that's encouraged. And the tool itself is really structured, but there's fluidity to it. So every session just kind of unfolds to meet the client where they are. And that's really lovely too. I feel confident, but I also feel present and sensitive and responsive. And clients feel that too. They feel the connection. I mean, you are, after all, in their heart, which is a beautiful place to do this work. What else? Oh, yeah, heart healing. They take trauma seriously. I can't tell you how many trainings I've been in where at the end of it, I'm like, you're unleashing us into the world with this tool, and you haven't grounded people in how to handle trauma in a real, informed way. Well, Natasha does that. There's a huge amount of trauma training when you're going through a heart healing so that you're really ready to be there for your clients should anything come up. And also, you can also appeal to Natasha and to Christy, who helps her at the school, if something comes up that you feel out of your depth around. We are always, it's ongoing training. There are weekly calls. There are, additions to the technique that are always being taught. That's the other beauty of being in the heart healing cohort. If you're watching Natasha, you know that she's always innovating. She's always growing. And in heart healing, we have a front row seat. And I feel that I continue to grow and stretch and improve, not only as a healer, not only as a professional, but as a person. And I just love my heart healing colleagues. I've made some really deep friendships here. I respect them, and I learned from them too. And it's a lovely community to be a part of. What else? I don't know, I can say 10,000 things. And if you want to reach out and talk with me, again, my name's Jeanne Steen. You can easily find me online, which, by the way, you could not do prior to heart healing. All those visibility fears, those are gone. It's like, I'm just going to post this. People need to know about heart healing. So definitely be in touch if you have questions. I'd be happy to answer them. This is really important work. It's really beautiful work. It's the opportunity I've experienced is an opportunity you can have too, which is, I feel through heart healing, I finally become the healer that I've always wanted to be. I really can get people to release the pain of their past and to be who they were born to be, to love and believe in themselves, and to move forward with confidence. That's a wonderful, rewarding thing to be able to do. And I do it consistently. And I absolutely trust that I can deliver that for people. And that's relaxing. Heart healings are fun. They're just interesting. It's interesting to be in there in people's hearts and minds and help them just evolve. So I'm going to stop babbling, but I'm here for you if you need me. And I thank Natasha from my whole heart. And I hope you step up and come into this world and do this good work, because the world needs us, more of us. So that's it for today.